I'm Laura Cook and my company is Kingsman Interiors.
Kingsman Interiors. Now, how long have you guys been here?
So, Kingsman Interiors has been in the retail space for about 23 years, but we've been manufacturing furniture and providing furniture to the lovely people of Newark for probably closer to 30 years.
Could you just explain to us, I mean, we're actually in a church, aren't we?
We are. So we are the old Christ Church, which has now been relocated just off Boundary Road. So basically this was a derelict building. It's been used before it was a church. You know, people might remember it Morris Keys and part of the antique centre. But then Linda took it over when it was completely derelict. There was about thousands upon thousands of pigeons living here, and she just came back to the factory one day, I believe the story was, and said to Rob, I bought a church. And then the rest is history.
That sounds like it, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Yeah, very much so.
Yeah. So, I mean, when I can remember coming when Linda was here, I mean, nothing's changed. Well, apart from the furniture and everything else. Because how many different styles of furniture do you do?
So we do a couple of ranges that are handmade bespoke furniture. So we do three ranges that are bespoke, and then we showcase probably another 10 ranges on top of that. But we have got other ranges that are accessible to us, and they kind of change. You know, seasonally we get either little one-off pieces in, some accessories, so we kind of like to have things change on quite a regular basis.
Because this is a large old space, isn't it?
It is a big space. Sometimes we are like, we need more furniture to fill it. No, but we try and give as much choice to people as we can. We kind of want to make it a bit of a one-stop shop, so people come in here and they're looking for a table, they might then see a bedroom range, or they might see a sideboard or a sofa. So it kind of makes people, it's a worthwhile visit. They're not just coming to see one thing.
No, because I can remember in the early days, I mean, it just used to be the wide open space. Yeah. And now what we've got, like behind you, you've got like little sets.
Yeah, we try and, I mean, some people are really good at imagining furniture in their own homes. Other people need a little bit more encouragement. So we try and just kind of lay things out and just give a bit of inspiration to people. I mean, people can mix and match as much as they want. Yeah. But yeah, it just gives a nice setting how people could kind of see it in their own house. So
when I walk in, I see an eclectic mix of furniture.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just take us through that. What have we got?
So we really try and cover all bases. So we've got rustic plank furniture, which to be honest is probably one of our most popular sellers.
See, back in the day, that went through the roof.
Yeah,
didn't it?
I mean, to be fair, it's really been a consistent throughout, from right when I started right up until now.
Yeah.
I think people like it because even though it is quite rustic and chunky, you know, we find people having it in really modern houses just to give that bit of, you know, just contrast between maybe a really modern kitchen and then they have a nice kind of country style table. Obviously people can have it made to order, so they don't have to see on the shop floor and think, oh, that size isn't really, you know, doesn't really fit us. We say, well, that's fine. Just have it a little bit bigger or have it a bit narrow, you know, have it to suit.
What do you want?
Have it to suit you. And it sounds really cheesy, but we kind of say you don't have to make, you know, your furniture fit. You don't have to make your home fit the furniture. We can make your furniture fit your home, and that's just sort of
nice little slogan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do me a favour. Get that phone.
Sorry.
It could be a client.
2 seconds. We like to say you don't have to have your home fit the furniture. Let's make your furniture fit your house, and that way people can really bring their personality into furniture and have it exactly how they want.
How important is that with the personality? Because I mean, I hear a lot of people talk about the personality of our house.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, people come in here and I hear it all the time, and I take no offence to it. Some people are like, oh, I love that. Other people come in and say, that's really not for me. That's great, because how boring would it be if we just sold one? It's like anything. If I just sold one furniture, the same thing day in, day out, I think I'd soon get bored of the job. I love it when people bring their own ideas into it and they're like, we really need this, it's going to make our lives so much easier, whether it's storage for the kids' toys or something to show off, family heirlooms that they want to put away. And it's just so nice that we can really, like I say, put somebody's personality into their home and not have to just kind of choose off the peg if they don't want to.
Yeah. As I've said before, I mean, you look around, I mean, you've got an eclectic mix of gear. Yeah, I've probably said that twice now. It's a nice word, isn't it?
It is a nice word, eclectic.
So just talk us through your ground floor, because the ground floor is set for what?
Yeah, so the ground floor is predominantly dining and living furniture. So we do dining tables, like I say, right from rustic, very country, right up to really modern, sleek, kind of gloss style tables and kind of everything in between. We just want to give people what they're looking for. So we really try and cover every option that people might want to look at. We've just brought in a new range of smart top tables, so they're kind of offer people stain, scratch, heat resistant tops. So
really?
Again, perfect for family life. You don't have to worry about putting a mat down when you put a cup of tea.
Right.
Yeah, so it's just that sort of a new collection that we've brought in. And
is that a polymer or something, or what?
It's a melamine sort of top. So they're proving really, really popular. A lot of them are done either on metal bases, extending, fixed. So there's lots of options, quite a lot of colour options with those. And they're, like I say, proving really popular.
Yeah. You've also got you said that, you're looking at dining and living down here. I mean, you've got the recliners and all sorts. Yeah,
so just before, as usual, just before COVID, we thought we'd dip our toe into the upholstery market, and then we got closed. But again, since we've opened back up, we've already sold That's the Phone. Can you hear it?
Is it what phone?
It's the phone, because I haven't left it off the hook. Sorry.
Fez, I can't believe this woman. She's unreal.
I can hear it.
Yeah, I can hear that.
Off the hook. I've got supersonic hearing. Sorry about that.
No, please. Let us resume.
Thank you.
Right, yeah, so good. So you were saying about the upholstery.
The upholstery. So we've again tried different price points and also different availability. So we have a selection that are almost available for immediate dispatch. So if you're desperate for a sofa, which we've had lots of people move house and they're like, what have you got? So we can still offer them a really nice choice of colours and different materials. So faux leathers, fabrics. They're available in fixed and recliners, 3-seaters, 2-seaters, armchairs, and we can kind of get them out within 14 days.
Oh, right. So, okay. 14. Now, okay, so there's a limitation to the other end of the scale. If I need something making, or somebody needs something making, what's our lead time?
So currently, I just took an order yesterday for one of our corner sofas, and currently they're on 14 weeks. So I still don't think it's bad. I mean, we've had people in here, that are experiencing a lot longer delays with
the deliveries and everything.
Yeah.
You see, the thing for me is, like you say, when you are holding somebody else's stock, or you are providing that service for that person, you've still got the old problems, haven't you? They've got to get it. They've got to get it to you. I don't know where this COVID issue came from. Because everyone says, I blame COVID. Well, how can you blame COVID? I don't get it.
It's really difficult. I mean, we always kind of prided ourselves on getting somebody's order and getting it out to them as quick as possible, because no one wants to wait for anything. No. We're in an age now where everyone wants everything yesterday. So what we say is, because we are a small independent company and we have a bit more flexibility, Rob can shoot and get something. If it's in stock and you're desperate for it, we will try our utmost to get hold of that piece for you. For example, we had a couple the other day that had moved house. They'd, a lot of their furniture in their old house was fitted, so they had nothing. So we had a couple of pieces on the shop floor. They wanted a few more pieces which were in stock at our supplier, and they got all the furniture delivered and fitted within 7 days.
Really?
Yeah, so it's just, if we can help, we want to help. That's it. You know, we know how frustrating it is when you need something.
Don't. Yeah, it is. It is, especially when you you know you want it, and it's like, well, why can't I have it now?
Yeah.
Give me that one. Well,
I mean, everything on our shop floor is available to sell. Lots of companies say no, that's shop floor.
Right.
Our shop floor turns around all the time, so nothing's on the shop floor sometimes long enough to be damaged or marked or whatever. And with a lot of the things, Rob can re-wax it up and it comes up like brand new.
Yeah.
So if you are desperate and you find something on the shop floor, we can almost. A guy moved to the new Middlebeck, didn't have a bed. 48 hours later, he had one in his house, made up, fully assembled. Yeah. So
Well, you assemble it for him?
We offer free assembly with all our furniture.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is great. We don't just doorstop, drop.
Yeah.
We'll take it in, and if it's required, everything's assembled.
And that's free?
That's free, yeah.
Okay. See, that's going above and beyond it.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, we'll try. I mean, we've even been asked for people, we've got a bed, you're delivering us a new bed, would you mind taking our old one down? And, again, if we can help, we do. It's one of those things, we ordinary people go, you shouldn't do that, or you should charge.
I know.
But
don't you feel that's the difference between, let's say, a corporate company and an independent?
It definitely is, and I think sometimes people need to realise that when you are buying from an independent, like I've always said, sometimes you might come in here and a piece of furniture from one of our suppliers, not something that we make, something from a supplier, they also supply a corporate company. They probably buy in the tens of thousands, so they get a better deal. Ours might be a little bit more. And I say, but sometimes for that service that you get with that, you get after service, you'll only ever speak to me or Rob. We'll be the ones delivering it. You'll get from the minute you come in the shop to the minute it's delivered to your house, you'll be dealing with the same person.
Yeah.
So, touch wood, we don't get many issues, but if you ever do, we'll sort it. It's not a problem.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that's one of the biggest problems. You get on the end of a phone. Sorry, who did you talk to? Oh, sorry, they're not in today.
Yeah.
Can you get them to give me a call? Well, yeah, they're going away for a week.
The trouble is, when you deal with, and I'm not trying to slate any corporate company. I'm not, I know people that work for corporate companies.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. They've been around. They're going to be around. That's just how it is. But I just think, as a corporate company, if you get a bad review or an issue that takes a long time to sort out, you're just another number in their book. I can't afford a bad review.
No, you can't.
One bad review for me sticks out like a sore thumb.
Yeah.
So I actually had, just for instance, I don't mind, saying things. A few years ago, I had a couple from Nottingham. They brought a little sideboard off us. She said, look, there's the tiniest mark on the door. And she said, my husband can't even see it, but I can. And I said, all right, no problem, I'll replace it. So I didn't even ask for photos. If the mark's bothering her, it's bothering her. Within 7 days, she got a replacement, and she said she'd never go anywhere else for furniture. And that's after having probably a slight issue. It just needs sorting. If something's up, it just needs sorting.
That's actually a very positive story, in as much that the husband couldn't see it.
Yeah.
She could. You ladies, your eyes are too good.
They are too good.
They are.
And the thing is, if it was bothering her and we'd have just said, oh, sorry, there's nothing we could do, she'd think, well...
Yeah.
And the hope is that she's had a positive experience out of a little niggle that was bothering her.
Yeah.
And then the hope is that she goes on to then say to people, oh, I've had a good experience here, if you need fit. That's the best type of recommendation that we can...
Oh, without doubt, without question of doubt. Just looking around, I noticed you've got sideboards, you've got cupboards.
We've got a little bit of everything.
You haven't you? I mean, we will actually get to see it.
We try and put as much on display, and a lot of things, like I say, are to give people ideas. Sideboards, what's really popular at the minute, people must either be incorporating them into the homes, like storage for hallways. So, hopefully you might see it. Just to my side, there's like a coat rack with shoe storage in. They're really popular at the minute.
Like the old pew.
Yeah, people must just be tired.
Hang on a minute, you've only got it for $3.95?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
So they're really, really popular at the minute. Again, people can have them to whatever size they want.
Yeah. That's like the old style pews.
Yeah, and everything comes back round.
Yeah, oh yeah, without that.
Like the larder cupboards and things.
Yeah.
And the shoe storages, the pews, everything sort of does, full circle.
Let's just talk about your larder cupboards for a moment.
Yeah.
Do they come in standard sizes?
So no, the larder cupboards come as a bespoke service again. They our larder cupboards are actually done. We have a company that share our space called Emma Jane Home. That's my sister-in-law. So we work really well together.
So hang on, we have a family business. What's going on?
So yeah, we share a retail space. So obviously, me and Rob run Kingsman Interiors from the majority of the showroom. And then towards the back of the showroom, there's a nice space that Emma Jane Home occupies, and that does larder cupboards and kitchens. So they're all handmade, bespoke, locally, just in Newark. So they can be done to any size.
Cool. What about colours?
Colours, extensive. So there's pretty much all the colours of the rainbow and everything in between.
Really?
Yeah, so if you've got a colour in mind, they can pretty much
colour
match it.
Yeah. Cool. All right, well, I mean, there's bits and bobs. Even on the walls, I mean, you've got clocks, you've got art, you've got...
Yeah, and the accessory and giftware is something we're hoping to just expand a little bit more on. It's just those impulse buys. So if someone's coming in, we find we get a lot of people, especially during the summer months, they're visiting Newark for, the castle and the market, and, it's just a nice town to have a walk round. So we're trying to kind of jump on those people that can't take a table home in the backpack. But a lot of people will buy a little giftware or something, like an impulse buy, and then they'll take a card.
Yeah.
I mean, for example, we had a couple from Bristol. They're just about to place an order. They'd been down to just visit their son. They were just having a wander around Newark. Came in, fell in love with the furniture, and that's how it goes.
So with regards to deliveries, you'll deliver anywhere?
We deliver anywhere. Currently, orders over £1,500 are free delivery. We deliver free within 20 miles of Newark. And then after that, what we just say to people is get in touch. And again, with deliveries, we just try and cover our costs or see what we can do. We always try and work out the best scenario for you.
All right, looking at the shop again, because I keep looking around, I keep seeing things and I'm like, oh, I wonder what that is. Bestseller, what would it be?
I would say our plank dining tables are our bestseller. Either with painted bases or fully waxed. They're just a once lifetime purchase sort of thing. People buy them and they last as long as you need them to last.
Why are you making stuff that lasts?
I know. I do say that to myself.
It just makes me smile. Yeah. Come back. Sorry, not in this lifetime. No. Yeah, it's one of them, isn't it?
The hope is that they then add or then people move home and styles change, so they might come back and have something else, or tell friends and family. Yeah.
The other thing I've noticed, you've actually got, again, I'm going to go with that word. You ready? Eclectic.
Yeah.
An eclectic mix of chairs.
Yes. Again, another thing that we're trying to sort of expand on. Dining tables and chairs are really, one of our biggest sellers, as a product. So it's the chairs, although we put them around tables in the showroom, I don't need to go to the gym. I'm just ferrying chairs for people back and forward all the time. Just kind of, I say, right, what chairs do you want to try around what table? And we just kind of move them about, and it's just nice that people can just choose it. And sometimes people end up having something that I've never put together and think, oh, actually that looks really nice. And
so you're learning as well?
Yeah, and it's just everybody's got their own take. Some people will have, a mix and match of chairs, so that's a really popular thing at the minute.
Because we're going from the traditional wooden
to
the metals to the fabrics to the mix of fabrics, aren't we?
Yeah.
All the leathers, the faux leathers, and the tweeds and everything else. It's just, you're right, there's everything here. There's everything here. What about upstairs? What have we got upstairs?
So upstairs is mainly bedroom furniture. Again, a range of things that are off a brochure. So they'll have, maybe 10 or 12 items, different size wardrobes, bedsides, chests, things like that, beds. A few, what they're trying to find now is a lot of our suppliers are just bringing different colours out. They're seeing people, although quite safe colours like your greys and your creams and your whites, but they're also bringing in dark greys or blues, just nice things, just if people want a bit of a change. So we found that's really nice this year. And then we've also got the handmade bedroom furniture. So we've got the rustic plank, and we also do painted bespoke freestanding furniture.
We'll have a look at those as well. One thing, you're talking about colours and everything else, I saw the other day, and they were the larders.
Yeah.
Orange.
Yeah.
And a lime green. Who on earth has an orange or a lime green?
Someone. The thing is, people, you can't, I find it, people ask me for my opinion all the time. And I say, you know what, if you're going to be brave and you're going to be bold, have it with a standalone piece. So maybe if your kitchen's all a fairly neutral colour, why not have a splash of colour in a larger cupboard? Because if you're going to, like we found it, people at one point were having it with their range cookers. They were having, really bright coloured range cookers just to break it up. And I think just adds a splash of someone's personality into a kitchen.
Personality, we're back to that again.
It is. But it's true. It's like, well, I sometimes think it's more important than what you wear. Because if you're buying a piece of furniture, it's not just like a shirt or something that goes out of fashion. You're going to be spending money and you're going to want that to last.
Right.
So you're going to want that to reflect you, and you're going to, I always say to people, and sometimes Rob, this is where me and Rob can differ, I would rather send somebody home to think about something than make them make a decision there and then.
Right.
Because I always say to them, it's a big purchase. I don't want you to be unhappy with me, feeling like I've pushed you into making making a decision.
Yeah.
Go home. We tend to narrow down the options because there's a lot.
Right.
So we tend to narrow them down and send them home with maybe 2 or 3 options. Go home, sit down with a cup of tea or a glass of wine, think about it, and then come back and let me know what you've decided. See,
in the trade we call that a soft sell.
I know.
Do you know what I mean? I notice Rob's not here today.
He's not. He's not. He's busy waxing furniture.
What colour's he doing?
I don't know. Who knows with Rob? He'll just be there waxing away.
Bless him. He's hard at it.
He is.
Well, Emma, I mean, we've seen stuff. Oh, hang on. I've just spotted
the rugs.
The what?
The rugs.
The rugs.
Yes.
What? Why rugs?
Again, it's one of those sort of things that go with furniture really well. So again, we were trying to get. We were trying to get a range of rugs that complemented what we sell. So we did a bit of research and we decided on Hug Rug, and they're based in Yorkshire.
Just pop there once more and have a look at there.
They do a lot of recycled products. So a lot of their rugs are made from recycled bottles.
Oh wow!
Their factories run. It's a very recyclable friendly factory. It's all run on water from an old mill, and they do a range of. It's called Hug Rug Woven, which is a range of throws and cushions. And again, they're made from 100% recycled bottles.
You're going to need to give them a call and say, "Hey, Newark TV want to come and do a piece on you." No, I'm being serious.
Yeah.
That is incredible.
Yeah, so they're and we just like the ethics behind it.
Right.
You know,
How important is that to you?
You know what? I try and be. It's hard in business to be 100%, one way.
Right.
Because we're not all there. The industry's not all there yet. But I always think I try and be as ethically thinking as possible. So with that, I didn't just kind of jump on the first and the cheapest thing that was available. And a bit like, I know we say lifetime, but that's great. I don't want to give you something that you've got to throw away next year and replace.
That's a good point.
And I try and, you know, our table, they're made locally and they're waxed on site and they're delivered. We don't use packaging to wrap everything. You know, it's blankets on the van and then unloaded and reused. So we try and be as forward thinking as we can.
Good. Well, I can hear footsteps in the background, so I now know that you've got clients in, so I'm going to allow you to go to the clients. Laura, thank you very much for allowing us into your store. I'm now going to go and get some shots.
Okay.
Have a great day.
Thank you very much.